Now that I built my actual puzzle cube and it's fully assembled and constrained together, the next step is to do what's called a presentation file, and we are going to make an exploded view. To do that, I'm going to click on New and then standard.ipn for presentation. Really, there's only one option of the browser at this point, and that's to create a view. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to browse then for my puzzle cube that I already assembled. I hit open, and I hit OK. So it places the puzzle cube within my graphics window display. Now what I want to do is I want to do basically the opposite of what we just did with the assembly, and I want to take these apart, but I want to do it in a prescribed manner so that the distance and the direction of the way these are going to come apart is controlled basically by me. So to do that, I'm going to tweak the components by clicking on that here, tweak components, and then I will select the components and then some settings to get them to move. So let's say we'll start with this green one. I want to move this green piece. I click to set that piece, then I have to pick which direction I want to move it in. In this case, I'm going to move it to my left, so I click on that, and I'm going to set a distance. So I'm going to try 3.5 inches. Hit enter. If I'm happy with that, I hit the little check mark, and then I start the process again on the next piece. So maybe now I'm going to move the yellow piece. Okay, first click is to select that piece. Second click to set the direction. Then I'm going to add in my distance. I'm trying 2.5, enter. Like that, I hit the check mark. Repeat the process. Do the orange piece now. This one's going to be moving up. Set a distance of 4 inches. Hit enter. Check mark. Tweak component. Do this red piece. This is going to be moving to my right, so in this direction. I'll set the distance to 2 inches. Hit enter. And check mark. And finally, tweaking this blue piece, selecting from the top, I want to go in this direction, and I'm going to set the distance to 3 inches. Once I'm done, I want to make sure that none of the pieces are actually overlapping each other. I want to be able to see all parts of my puzzle cube project with none of the pieces overlapping. If for some reason you didn't tweak one of the components far enough, you can always go back into your browser, pick the individual piece. Let's say I wanted to move this one even farther out. I could hit the plus next to the orange piece, double click, and then adjust the dimension. But 4 is good, so I'm going to leave it the way that it is. Other things that we can do, it's kind of cool with the presentations, is that we can animate these and we can see what it looks like as they're coming back together. So I'm going to click on animate. I'm going to decrease the interval to make it animate a little bit faster. Hit apply, and I'm going to hit play. So these pieces then come back together in the reverse order that I took them apart. So the green was the first one that was tweaked. It's the last one to be reassembled. You could reset it, play it again, and it can also be played backwards. The idea behind the animation is to look at and make sure that none of the pieces actually move through each other. So even though Inventor would allow you to do that, in real life we know that if we had solid pieces that they couldn't move through each other. Other cool features is that you can actually rearrange the order in which the pieces move back together by simply selecting a piece and then either moving it up or moving down, which will change the order. You can also combine pieces together and group them so that they move together. When you're happy with the way that your exploded view looks, I want you to click Save. It should save to your puzzle cube project. We don't need to resave any of the other parts, so it's okay just to hit OK here and leave the rest to no. And then we will use this piece along with our assembly and individual parts to finish our project with drawing sheets.